Your phone is destroying your ability to think. You can't even focus for more than 3 minutes because of this thing. And that happens before your hand instinctively reaches for your phone. That happens before your mind starts reaching for that stimulation. And before silence becomes so uncomfortable that you need a notification or a video or a message or anything to escape that silence. And that's not by accident. You have been trained. We have sleptwalked into a dystopia where an enormous portion of our walking lives are spent staring at screens. We wake up and immediately check our phones. We carry them to the bathroom. While we're taking a dump, we're scrolling on Instagram Reels. We look at them while we eat, while we work, while we talk to people. We should be giving people undivided attention, and yet we're on our phones, just completely ignoring the reality in front of us. Technology was supposed to become our tool, and instead we became its servant. Behind every platform is a corporation fighting for one thing, and that's your attention. Their apps are engineered to keep you clicking, to keep you scrolling, to keep you on that app. Every notification offers the possibility of something new, a message, a compliment, an opportunity, or a piece of information that you're not going to even remember three scrolls later. And that possibility is enough to pull your mind away from whatever is directly in front of you. That possibility is enough for that. Even when you resist checking the notification, the interruption has already occurred. So let's say this thing buzzes, right? I have it on the table, I'm doing some work, and I hear a notification go off. Part of my attention has shifted towards the phone and off of the work that I'm doing. And basically, what happens is your brain has to suppress that urge to look and recover the concentration that it originally had when it was in that deep work. So that reconstruct kind of ruins everything right there because it takes so much time and so much effort to get back on the task that you originally were on. You may not have touched the device, but that device has already touched your mind and it sucked you into the thought of it. And that is hijacking. That is 100% hijacking. You are a servant. Now, listen to this study. In 2019, a widely reported survey estimated that Americans check their phone 96 times per day. In 2019. And now, let's take that forward 7 years. It's 2026. And there's a survey that was done. Guess the number in 2026. 2020 or 2019 was 96 times a day. 96. Now in 2026, guess how much a person checks their phone? 186 times per day. That's more than 11 checks for every walking hour that you're awake. Once every 5 minutes. Just think about that. Once every 5 minutes. That is insane. How can you develop a powerful mind when you interrupt it every 5 minutes? How can you read something difficult, build a business, develop a skill, strengthen your relationships, or discover your purpose like I was talking about in my previous videos? When your attention is constantly being shattered into pieces every 5 minutes, you are not failing to concentrate because you're incapable. You're failing because you have spent years conditioning your brain to expect immediate stimulation and just instant gratification because of this thing. Every scroll gives you something new. Every swipe replaces boredom. Every notification promises a reward. And over time, stillness begins to feel painful. Reading feels super slow. Meaningful work feels super difficult. And that's not because it's changed, it's because your brain has adapted to the world of endlessness and endless novelty in fiction. It's not reality. You are being rewired for distraction. And the most frightening part is that you may call this freedom, you may call it a break from reality. You believe you're choosing what to watch, what to click, and what to consume. But how much of that behavior is genuinely conscious? How much is that actually what you created in your mind? None of it is. It's being fed to you on a spoon. Did you decide to open up your phone? Or did your hand move before you even recognized that urge to grab the phone? Did you choose to watch another video, or did the platform or algorithm automatically place that in front of you to make you watch another thing? Did you decide to spend a whole hour scrolling, or did you simply wake up an hour later and realize that part of your life just disappeared because you were subconsciously taken out of a state of mind and just you were brain dead? You had a monkey brain for an hour. Your attention is one of the only truly finite resources that you can possess as a human. And assuming that you're awake for 16 hours every single day, you receive 960 conscious minutes every day. That is your daily supply, 960 conscious minutes. You cannot save those minutes, you cannot earn them back. They go through and it happens every single day. 960 minutes, that's it. And you cannot purchase more once they're gone. Yet you're handing them away to companies that convert your attention into revenue. And your distracted life is their business model. They make money off of you just sitting there like a potato. Every minute you remain on the platform increases their profit. Every time you abandon your work to check a notification, they win. Every time you replace thought with consumption, they gain something and you lose everything in that moment. You lose concentration, you lose creativity, you lose the ability to tolerate difficulty. Eventually, you may lose the person you could have become if you keep down this route. Your smartphone may be the greatest threat to your purpose, not because the device itself is evil, but because unlimited access to stimulation destroys the conditions required for meaningful achievement. Anything valuable demands sustained attention. Writing demands it. Learning demands it. Building a business demands it. Developing your body, working out, that demands it. A relationship, time and effort in that relationship, it demands it. Your character, all of these demand it. Purpose cannot survive inside a constantly interrupted mind. You have to break out of a digital prison that you've been put. No, honestly, that you put yourself in. Not that you've been put in. You put yourself in a digital prison. Turn off every notification that does not come from an actual human being who urgently needs you. Be on Do Not Disturb. Take away those notifications. Put your phone in another room when you work. Get things done. Set timers. Have discipline. Stop carrying it into every room. When you feel bored, you don't need to open that up. You can journal, you can read a book, you can do so many other things. Create periods of your day when nobody can contact you, advertise to you, or manipulate what enters your mind. Then sit down and focus on what's important in your life. And at first, it's going to feel uncomfortable, of course, because you're used to this constant dopamine. You know, you're a monkey drilling out of your mouth when you scroll on Reels. You subconsciously get put into a state that you can't even think for yourself. You're being fed all this material. And you will reach for a phone that is not there. Your mind will search for excuses. You will suddenly remember meaningless tasks that seem urgent when you completely disassociate yourself from this. You may feel restless, irritated, or empty at first, but do not run from that feeling. That discomfort is not proof that you need your phone or you need that TV in front of your face. It's evidence of how dependent that you have become on this thing. So stay there, let the noise disappear, let your attention strengthen again. And because the ability to focus is not something you either possess or lack, it is something that you train over time. Likewise with everything else. Everything worthwhile, the time you put into it, it's going to reward you in the long run. So every time you ignore an unnecessary impulse, you reclaim a piece of your mind. Every uninterrupted hour makes you more dangerous in a world of distracted, mindless people. Every moment of silence creates space for an original thought to pop up in your brain. Technology is a powerful servant, but it is a brutal master if you let it control you. So make your decision. It's pick your poison, honestly. Powerful servant or a brutal master. And it's your choice. It's right in front of you, and you're letting these companies take control of your mind. You can continue living inside that cage and endlessly scroll through other people's lives and opinions and the creations of others and live in this fake reality, or you can silence the notifications. You can close that app and take back control of your attention. Your phone is not your life. Your attention is. And I want to make that clear. Your phone is not your life. Your attention is your life. And whatever controls your attention controls who you become. So control it. And put so much effort into taking back that control.